Namaskar and welcome. My inspirational phrase for this week is for all of us who are struggling with, sometimes we have successful self-control, sometimes we don't. And if this, if you're anything like me, that can get a little bit discouraging sometimes. We do well for a little while and then we make a mistake and we throw our hard-earned awareness out the window with something silly. And but what I found is that whenever that happens, I'm amazed at how, I don't get in kind of an angry reaction from cosmic consciousness. I don't get rejected. I don't get, kind of held at arm's length as I might be if I slipped up with a person, an acquaintance. It's natural when you make a mistake with somebody that they get a little bit turned off for a while and keep you at arm's length. But in the spiritual sphere, somehow that doesn't happen. The moment that you resume your effort to improve yourself, to be more mindful, to make better choices, to choose the spiritual rather than the material. I mean, this is the ongoing, every day, every moment we face choices. And when we choose the spiritual, when we choose to remain mindful, when we choose to do those types of things that help us remain mindful, we make progress. And when we choose those types of things, or when we, throw away our mindfulness, when we forget, or when we do things which we know will affect our mindfulness in a negative way, we lose very quickly all our hard-earned peace of mind and consciousness and awareness and centeredness. But the moment we resume our efforts, there's no angry pause, there's no delay, there's no, okay, you better repent and, I'll think about helping you again after so many slip-ups. It's never like that. There's never seems to be any judgment, any harsh. Of course, we will have to pay for our mistakes by our loss of consciousness. That's a kind of suffering. Or we may have to pay by, the fact that we are out of tune, we don't interact well with other people, and just general stress that comes from being out of focus. But as far as having the spiritual support to get back in focus, to get back in line, it's always there. The phrase that I wanted to share with you this week is, no matter how many mistakes you make, he will always help you get back on the path or get back on track. And that's tremendously encouraging, and not only encouraging, for me it's amazing, and it awakes in me a sense of gratitude. So I feel immensely grateful that this divine force, often I think of it in the form of my guru, Sri Ananda Murti, is always there to support no matter how many mistakes I make, and the moment I make an effort to correct myself, I feel that support behind me. I remember one beautiful discourse he gave, which affected everyone present very deeply, where he said, I am like the washerman. I am like the washerman washing the dirty laundry of your sanskars. So, what a job. And how humbling and how touching to know that we have a spiritual force that is so compassionate and helping us with the enormous, when we think of karma, we've all made we've all made and we all continue to make so many mistakes, and sometimes if you think about that in order to achieve self-realization we have to gradually work through all that karma, that's a lot of stuff to work through. And to have that sense of a spiritual personality, a spiritual force, one's guru. And, we may know the guru in a personal form as I do with my master, Sri Sri Anandamurti. But whether you know your guru in personal form or not, that divine presence, which is the real guru, is always with us at all times and supporting us, and is never judgmental, always willing to help us get back on track. So that's the message for this week. No matter how many mistakes, he will always support you to get back on the path. Namaskar. Have a good week.